All of the nations of the earth as we speak are angry. They're angry because governments cannot suffice the needs of their people. They're angry because a few have gotten wealthy at the expense of the many, and the poor and the sick and the weak and the unlearned multiply. And the value of their lives are diminished by the rich and the powerful, so that when human life is devalued, that in the eyes of man you are unworthy of the gift of life, then it is easy for another human being to take the life of another human being that he or she has devalued. Black life in America is devalued. Hispanic life is devalued. Even poor white life is devalued. There's a way that I have to behave. I'm free, but I'm not free to rob you of yours. I'm not free to take from you what does not belong to me. So if I will construct my life according to these righteous principles, then between man and man, man and woman, peace. Between race and race, peace. Between rich and poor, peace. We have our beautiful Mexican family. This once was theirs. So you can't say to them they are aliens. That's a horrible word to use for former owners. I see my indigenous family here. Many tribes, but they're really one great nation of people that now must be reunited with themselves. So it's their time now, as well as ours, that God would intervene in our affairs and bring the bottom rail to the top. The government is not rehabilitating soldiers. When they send you away to kill. When you come home, they got to reconstitute you for civilian life again. Make sure you have a job so you can take care of your family, but they're not doing it. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, a woman can do anything that a man does, and the only thing he forbids the woman to do is the thing that degrades her. So how high can you go? High as you want to. Why would God allow the female to wear his attributes if you can't be a manifestation of that attribute? Women, you got to be set free. What God has put within you must be cultivated, must be developed and must be used for the advancement of a nation and a world. I said to myself, Mr. President, why the hell don't you go to the wicked police department? Why the hell don't you stand up and tell them that your killing of black youth and brown youth is not gonna hold no more? Why don't you stand up? God's word is in need of a truth that will set up a government where everybody can live in peace under real freedom, real justice, and real equality. All right. How do you know what your destiny is? Write this down. I'm going to tell you right now. Number one, go out and buy my book called Authority. Number two, go out and buy my book called The Power of Vision. Look at the last chapter. Number three, go out and buy my book, Discovering Purpose. And look at chapter 4, 5, 6, and 7. Number 5, go out and buy my book, Understanding Your Potential. All these books tell you how to find your destiny. But for the sake of those who don't like to read, I will give you 3 of the principles. Number 1, your purpose and your destiny is whatever makes you angry. That's your purpose and your destiny. Your anger is your purpose and your destiny. What do you mean, Dr. Monroe? Well, whatever makes you angry, you're supposed to fix. Everyone was born to solve a problem. Every time you see the problem, you become angry. No one else becomes angry, just you. That's a sign that that's your area of destiny. So go find your anger. Every great woman and man was angry, all of them. Hallelujah. Number 2, how do you find your destiny? What would you do for no paycheck? Let me say it another way. What would you do without compensation? What would you do if you never get paid to do it? That's your destiny. Because destiny doesn't work for money. That's why a person who found their destiny don't have a job. Because destiny is not a job. It's an assignment. Bill Gates was talking to someone. They asked him, what is the key to your success? He said, I found something I love to do more than money. I love to invent things. It's my passion. And what I invent solves problems. Number 3, finally, what is your destiny? Your destiny is your passion. Every human has passion, but our culture hides it. Our culture says, pursue a career for paychecks, not for passion. And so you live just to survive, not to make a difference. Yeah, look at this. He laying it out for us. The Hike chairman of the board. He does it big. He laying it out for us. Doing it big. Lydian World. Yeah, in Dubai. That's right. We are. Check these guys out. They come air jumpers right into the marina. I hope you see that whole skyline at the show, y'all. Just want you to feel this about lifestyle, man. It's about changing, dreaming bigger. You gotta dream bigger, man. We've been dreaming too small. God bless us too much, but we continue to dream small, man. You gotta dream bigger. So we're out the team cruise. We all going out. Team cruise. I'm here with some of my great friends. That's Dr. Robert Rose, Dr. David Hollins, Michael Dalco, Anisha Dalco, Kevin Thompson, Steve Coates. I mean, it's just a host of leaders that are about lifestyle, man. And that's what you get to lead myself. But I want you to know, I'm going to show you some stuff. Me, my love and wife, it's about lifestyle. I'm here in July. And live the dream. And we're going to get bigger. That's what it's about. Excited. So, but the dream, guys, it's about taking everything to another level. And some of the things we're experiencing, you got to go somewhere else and be exposed to them. Because walk out the hotel and Rolls Royce or SUV, Lamborghini. It's like every and you can't find a car in the US, but there's dealerships in Lamborghinis, Ferraris, exotic cars, everything. You can't walk out the hotel without seeing it. We're still, it's here. I want you to understand, guys, this is our time. We work so hard. Dream big. You got to dream bigger. You got to remember, we got to dream bigger. We all got to dream bigger. Stop. All right, I keep y'all posted. This is the Dubai day lifestyle. Okay. All right, guys. God bless. Talk to y'all later. Hey, good afternoon. Good Sunday afternoon. Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. My name is Ty Best. For those who don't know, for those who are linked, you know who I am. So fantastic. Glad to speak to you as well. And happy Mother's Day to you as well. Special happy Mother's Day to my mother, who's 84 years young, running around taking care of all these folks like myself, who just spent 27 days in the hospital. And she's going strong. So great wishes to all those folks. A big shout out to all those folks who happen to be in Dubai, who are enjoying that time in Dubai as well. And I want to send a special thanks out to all you guys for sending the pictures back on Facebook, for sharing that adventure with us. Hey, Miss Corley. Hey, Miss Linda Kelly. Hey, Janine Hunter. Hey, Miss CC Mahone. Hey, Larry. Hey, Daniel Higgins. Debbie Nixon. Good afternoon. Stephanie McNeil. Good afternoon to all of you. I wanted to take a little time out and just make a shout to everybody. So yes, I'm back. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling well. I think I'm approaching over 90%. I'm walking around, and baby, I'm ready to come back strong. And it's perfect time to do it because we're just getting started. We're just getting started. What an incredible weekend event in Dubai. My hat's off to all the folks who are in Dubai and who are living the dream. You see them out there, they riding camels, they riding boogie cars in the desert. They go into dessert trays that are 12 feet long, and people having a ball, the music, the entertainment, the whole pageantry. Joseph Haidt does not know a second level gear. He only knows first class. He only knows one way to do it, and that's to be the absolute best. And when you find yourself in such a unique situation, folks, you want to take full advantage of it. There are folks out there looking for an opportunity even close to what we have our hands on, and they have no idea. Until you sign up with us, get involved and dig in, you don't know what we're doing. You just don't know. So I'm talking to all those folks who are still sitting on the fence thinking about it, who still sit on the fence and I wonder if that's for real. Okay? So I had a couple of things in my mind because all I've done for the last 27 or 30 so days is sit around and think and ponder what is going on in people's mind. What could they be thinking when they see this opportunity that's happening all around them? Is it they don't see enough material visualization of success? Is it they don't believe? Is it they stupid? What is it? And I come to the conclusion after 27 days of thinking about it, I don't know. We can't save everybody. But this message is for those who are sincerely looking out there, for those who would like to be saved, for those who say, man, I got to find something better to do, because this rat race of the everyday 46 hours a week, week after week after week, with no end at the light of the tunnel. I'm talking to you today. I'm talking to you who somebody walk up to and say, we got a $33 program. It's a $33 decision. That's a trip to Chick-fil-A. That's a trip to Denny's. That's not even a night at the movies to start a $1 million business. And they go, I got to go investigate. I got to go check out. Check out what? 6 hours a week on somebody else's job, building somebody else's dream, or $33 to start your own. Those are the options at the table. 6 hours a week for a dead-end job, leading nowhere. It'll pay every Friday. Every Friday, you have that sense of security because you got your money every Friday. You can go play with. You can go to the movies. You can go out to eat. You can buy you some fish. You can rest on Saturday and Sunday, watch football, basketball, baseball, hockey, and drink beer, and then get back on the ground on Monday. And if that's the life you want, then great, you made a decision. But for those who are out here saying, you know what, I'm sick and I really want something legitimate. I want something real. I want something substantial. I want something with a long-term vision. We got it in GS Partners. We got it. And it's a $33 decision. And that's not even right. Because for $33, we get a non-fungible token. We actually get some Ladinian lions. You actually get something for the $33, as well as it's your monthly subscription that's going to train you about crypto, about Bitcoin. Let me tell you something, folks. I spent 27 days in the hospital. Almost every doctor I talked to, every nurse I talked to, they all own Bitcoin. Told me point blank, y'all bought some Bitcoin. My financial plan told me to buy some. I said, and then what did he tell you to do? Nothing. And then he told me went down. He told me to sell it. I said, that's because the average person out there, they are hearing the word Bitcoin. They're hearing the word cryptocurrency. They're hearing the word blockchain, but they have no knowledge of what to do with it. It's like hearing the word car and not knowing how to drive it. It's like hearing a bird house and don't know how to live in it. It's like hearing a beautiful kitchen, but you don't know how to cook. That's what we're dealing with. Our job as professionals in GS Partners is to educate people. As our illustrious chairman and CEO and founder, Joseph Height says, education. Education. We got to educate people what's going on financially. So every last one of them, they say Bitcoin. I said, no, you don't look at Bitcoin that way. And then I came up with one little simple example to sort of help them through the Bitcoin. It went up, it went down phase. I said, look, you own a house, right? You own a piece of property. You got a mortgage. Most of them said yes. I said, great. If this year the mortgage is up, the value of the house is up, do you sell it? They go, no, I keep that asset. I said, that's the way you got to look at Bitcoin. I said, if next year your value of house goes down, do you sell it? No, I keep it. That's the way you got to look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has become a valuable part of the financial community. When you have major people owning $500 million of Bitcoin, one individual, you can forget it, folks. Bitcoin is here to stay. You ain't got to be looking at your Bitcoin every day, seeing it went up and went down. But that's what most people are doing because that's all they know. They're playing buy and flip and make some money. This is not a buy and flip game. If there's any one challenge we have in GS Partners, okay, in our Lydidian world, is that people don't see a lifestyle where we're flashing because over here, we're teaching people to do what? Accumulate assets. Accumulate assets, and then down the road, we're going to live on the profits of those assets. So you got people here for 16 months been accumulating asset after asset after asset after asset and don't even know they're wealthy because the cash flow is not there when they go buy stuff. I'm on the phone with a gentleman last night, and he felt lower than a tadpole. Now, this is 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm on the phone. He felt lower than a tadpole. He said, man, I have not been plugged in. I haven't called anybody. I haven't sponsored anybody. I said, man, you already a millionaire. What you worried about? He said, what do you mean? I said, man, you don't even know what you got your hands on that you're afraid to. Because most of us are coming from that networking space. And in the network marketing space, if you're not recruiting and sponsoring people, you're not performing. Well, we've changed the whole game. When you're doing networking and you're recruiting people, you're doing extra over here because here you become a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, and never sponsor recruit one person. That is unprecedented. It's never been done in this field before. And then emerged BD Swiss with what we're doing here at GS Partners, Gold Standard Bank. Man, please. We're making history every single day. So I'm talking to this person. I said, how many coins do you have right now? He says about 6 million. I said, what are you depressed about? I said, you're depressed because help me to take that 6 million and spend it. That 6 million hasn't risen to your dream, your expectation. I want you to forget about that. I want you to think about at any time in the next 12 months, that coin could go to $1. And now you're sitting on $6 million. Does that get you excited? His energy level, he said, good God, I hadn't thought about that. I said, you need to think about that. Don't think about it from a recruiting standpoint like you're a networker extraordinary. If you are great, fantastic. But if you aren't, man, you got to understand what you have your hands on. You're sitting on 6 million coin that in a blink of an eye could go to $1 coin and you're now worth $6 million. He said, good God, so forget about that for a minute. How many citizens, how many countries you're a citizen in? He said, about 30. I said, do you understand that means minimum? You're earning probably minimum. Now I'm just lowballing it. 10 G99s every day. He said, that's not that much. I said, I know, because America has convinced you to deal in the right now, to deal with Friday, to deal in where's my money? What can I spend? What can I buy? We ain't gonna go out to eat. We ain't gotta go to Disneyland. You're all stuck in the right now. Get off the right now and think about 6 months down the road, 1 year down the road, 5 years down the road, and you'll realize how wealthy you are. So what do you mean? I said, let's take 10 coins a day. It's right there, 4/10 of a coin. That's no money. See, you made about 4 cents a day. You're not happy, right? I said 10 coins a day. That's 50 coins a week, right? Not counting Saturday and Sunday. But you get on Saturday and Sunday too, so it's more like 600 coins a week. But let's just go with 500 because it makes the math easy for me. Remember, I'm the Forrest Gump of the program. I said, so you got 10 coins a day. That's 50 coins a week. That's 200 coins a month. When the coin goes to $1, you're earning $200 a month, passive residual income. You don't have to get out of bed and go get. Would you take it? He said, man, I'd be so excited. I said, well, then be excited right now. Because it has not happened. Don't be excited waiting for it to happen. Be excited because it's going to happen. That's what vision is all about. It's being excited about what's going to happen. I said, that's being conservative. Because the fact of the matter is you're probably earning more than that. Some of you right now are earning 50, 100 free coins just for breathing. Just because you took citizenship in Lydian world. And you're earning 100 coins a day. Now, you're not excited because you can't take that money and go spend it. We want to buy stuff. Lord, Tyrone want to buy stuff. I'm telling you, don't buy stuff. Listen to Joseph Haidt. Exchange those dollars for valuable assets. And every time you introduce a product, that product is an asset that has value. All I have done in the 16 months in GS Partners is listen to Joseph Haidt. He came out with the G99 and said, get them. I got all I could get. Came out with the non-fungible token, said, get them. I got all I can get. Came out with the Didion citizenship. I got over 150. And I look back down at my assets and I said, oh my God, I can't count the money. I can't count the money on a daily basis. I can't count the money as it comes in. And I'm talking where it is right now. I got so many coins that it does where it is right now is money to me. I make $400 a day just on coins coming in, the coins I earn. And you can't, but that I got solid for years. I had more access to capital. I followed Mr. Dalco's rules from Mr. Dalco several years ago. Said stop saving for a rainy day. Save for the next opportunity. I started 4 or 5 years ago saving for the next opportunity. And when GS Partners came along, I was ready. I stacked them assets like a man possessed. And now 16 months later, and I go, oh my God. When they say the rich get richer, yeah, because once you get a certain $102,000, $340,000, you can't turn it off. Unless you're a spendaholic, it comes in faster. You can spend it. From a $33 decision, you want to think about it. You want to discuss it. I sit in a hospital. I gave people my book, $15, a magazine for $12. That's what, $25 stuff right there. I gave them $25 material to make a $33 decision, and they can't make it. There's nothing wrong with GS Partners. Nothing wrong with what you're doing. There's something wrong with them. And come to the grips that you can't save everybody. Or you doing your $33 every month? Fantastic. Or you accumulate all the assets that you can? Fantastic. You're doing your job. Now, if you elect to share with other people, fantastic. Share with everybody you can. Share with everyone you can. That's their decision. Don't make a decision for them. You share with them and let it be their decision, not yours. I have to keep drinking, folks. Got to get dehydrated very fast. Brother Abdul Rahman, assalamu alaikum. He's over there, man. He's living the dream. I'm watching all these people. Watching Grandma and Granny's living the dream. Watching Cecil Horn living the dream. Watching Abdul Rahman and his wife living the dream. Watching Albert Murray living the dream. Watching Michael L. Delco, Manisha Delco living the dream. Watching Crypto Steve living the dream. We got folks from Wealth Builders Worldwide living the dream. Watching the Hollands living the dream. Watching Greg Too Tall McKay living the dream. Just living the dream. Watching Kevin Thompson living the dream. Thank God for GS Partners. Thank God for Wealth Builders Worldwide. I'm sorry for the folks who don't get it. I laid in a hospital bed and I watched these folks come in and took care of me for 27 days. And they did. They took the best care of me, man. They did everything. I didn't want to leave. I was comfortable. They finally said, this guy don't want to leave. We got to get him out of here. So the next day they got me out. But what I also watched was routine. I watched doctors. God bless them. I love them. I love them. Praise God for them. Praise God for their ability. Praise God for their talent. Praise God for their intellect. But I watched 60-plus-year-old doctors come in every day to see me, make their rounds 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock every morning. I'm lying in the bed thinking to myself, I make more in a month than they make all year. Because of a $33 decision. See, it's not who I am. It's what I know. It's not who you are. It's what you know. You know about GS Partners. And what your level of commitment may vary from person to person, but you know something that set you free for the rest of your life and perhaps for generations to come. What's your dream? I got mine. Okay? I'm going to finish my bucket list here this year. That bucket list is to buy that house by the beach, by the James River, and to buy that big blue Rolls Royce. And I'm done. After that, I just got to finish my passion, which is what? Help everybody I possibly can get free to want to be free. I come to conclusion a long time ago. Everyone does not want to be free. I can't help everybody get free. I can only help those who want it. And I'm dedicated. The rest of my life is dedicated to helping people get free who wants to get free. There's no reason somebody should be working 6 hours a week for peanuts, selling the most precious thing in their life, which is time, for peanuts. What's your dream? You got to identify what it is that you want. And I mean like breathing. You got to know. You got to dream bigger. That 27 days sitting there, all I had time to do was think. And the more I thought about GS Part, I said, man, this is what ingenious thing that Joseph Haidt and Alexander Kochar put together. They merged networking with traditional business and banking. Oh my God. And all we got to do is, you don't have to understand it. You don't even have to know it, but you got to have enough faith to follow the leaders that are doing it. If Joseph Haidt come with a product, I figure there's a reason. He knows the product going to make him money, and he knows it's going to make us money in the field, or we wouldn't do it. So he's already thought that through. So all I do is follow his lead. 27 days of sitting around thinking and watching people in the rat race, watching people go back and forth, watching nurses have 3 days on and 3 days off. Son at home, watching them say they can't wait. They got the next 3 days to go home, drink a beer, and watch TV. I'm listening to this conversation day in and day out, day in and day out. And then he asked me what I do. I said, I teach people how to build wealth from home using crypto. And sometimes the conversation goes from there, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm sitting there relaxed. I'm not stressed out about a bill. I'm not stressed about what's happening at home. All the stuff's on auto pay. Alex will come in there and see me, stay 3 hours a day with me. Okay, bring me food from PH Chain. So I'm eating some of the hospital food, but I'm eating most of the food Alex bringing me from the restaurants. So I'm in the hospital. So Alex, go to PF Chain and bring me some kung pao chicken. Alex, go to Olive Garden, bring me a salad. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I was having a ball. Anyway, so what's there to think about, folks? All my friends from high school and college, what's there to think about? But the sad part is, you've already done 30, 40 years. I retired 28 years ago. That right there should be a signal. At 40 years old, I left a $100,000 a year job with corporate America as a national training manager for Toyota Motor Sales. Diane had left her job 8 years earlier. No one in my family's had a job in 28 years. My son, 37 years old, has never applied for a job. My 20-year-old, how old is Alice now? How old is Gabe? 21?
22.
Gabe's 22 years old. He's never applied for a job. They don't even know what that means. They work in the family business. They don't misunderstand. See, sometimes people say, I'm retired. That doesn't mean I don't work. Everybody has something to do. I said my sons haven't applied for a job. That don't mean they haven't worked. They don't mean they're laying around here just living off me. No, we all got something to do in the family business. Running your household is a family business. Paying the mortgage, keeping the cars running, keeping the house clean, keeping food in the house, that's a family business. But society got us fooled and think you around there working for somebody's job, that's your career. Some of us, our career is so tied with our job, we lose the job, we lose faith in ourselves, we don't know who we are without a job. Who are you? What would you do in your life if money was not an object, if money was not an issue? What would you do tomorrow morning if money was no concern? What would you be doing? That's freedom. Okay? I can't tell you what I'm doing tomorrow. Okay? Some of you see that new commercial out there with Snoop Dogg and the comedian got his phone out and said, what's we planning for tomorrow? And Snoop Dogg takes his phone and drop it in the bill thing and said, the best plan is no plan. Just live life as it comes. Now, I'm not that free. I got some things I like to do every day, but I don't have anything I got to do. See, that's the lifestyle you should be ready for. You have things you want to do, but on Monday morning, you don't have anything you got to do. Now, 95% of the population, they got to show up tomorrow someplace. They got to, but they don't need. And you're going to be in that position for the next 40, 60 years until you make a $33 decision and plug in and say, let's see if they're right. What if we're wrong? So you lost $33. But what if we're right? And you find yourself making 5, 10 grand a month with a smartphone. Because all you need is $33, a smartphone, and a dream. And here's the thing about the dream. You got to believe. See, network is all about belief. You know what happened to all those folks who didn't buy this weekend? They didn't get any more information. All the information, we could have gave it to them on a Zoom. We could have gave that information on a Zoom. Okay? So it's not the information they got. What did they get from going to Dubai? They got the camaraderie. They got to shake each other's hand, to hug each other, to break bread with each other. Abdul Rahman sat down and broke bread with the founder of multi-billionaire Joseph Haidt. I mean, how do you get that experience? That's what you got. That's what you got at trip to Dubai. Riding camels. That people was a dream out there. Run around the desert on little motorbikes or whatever they were. Okay, swimming 9 o'clock in the morning in the beach, in beach water. It elevates your belief. Being in a room with 1,000 other believers and several multi-billionaires saying, this is the future, this is where we're going, do you want to join us and go with us? And thousands of people say, yes, I'm on board, I want to go, I'm there. That's what came out of Dubai. It raises your belief. And once your belief level is raised and you come back here, you can't hear anybody tell you no. You ain't got time for somebody taking 3 days to make a $33 decision. You ain't trying to be mean. You ain't trying to be rude. It's just a fact. You ain't got time for somebody to invite you to the family cookout, the family barbecue, the family, let's get together and talk about nothing. Let's get together and talk about being broke. Let's get together and dreaming about doing nothing. We have a mounting evidence, an overwhelming evidence that says GS Partners is the greatest thing ever produced. We've already done $100 million business. We're not experimenting. We're going to billions of dollars a month. You're here now. You're hearing about it now. Do you believe? That's what Atlanta meeting was about, belief. Dubai is about belief. Being in London in September with the company is all about raising belief. Every event is about belief. Do you believe? And the first thing you got to start is believe in the possibility of your dreams. Then believe in the company, believe in the company products, believe in your upline, believe in the line of sponsors you have, believe in Nisa Narcos, believe in Martin Tebow, believe in Andrew Eden, believe in Mike and Manisha Delco, believe in Roger Williams, believe in your leadership. Belief. Okay? That we get paid by helping you succeed. That's the only way we get paid. And the bigger we help you become, the more we help you succeed, the more we succeed. I can sit in a hospital bed for 27 days or be at home here and talk about my belief and how I believe and how great the business is going. You know why? Because I have a bunch of team leaders who 100% believe. See, Mr. Delco is a believer. Crypto Steve is a believer. Mr. Albert's wife, they're believers. Cecil Horn is a believer. Roger Williams is a believer.